Welcome back, everyone. Well, behind me is the area that I had plowed up last fall to try to make a food plot, or to make the food plot bigger. And I went ahead and ran the disc over it, but there's some spots that just don't seem to doesn't seem like the disc is going deep enough. I probably need to make it some kind of weight for it. And well, you know, time, right? So I went and drug something out of the woods, and we're gonna see how this tractor does with it, or see how good it does. That right there is what I have. I don't know if the proper term is a 3-section drag or what it's called. I really don't know, because it looks sort of like a cultivator to me. But anyways, we're gonna try this out with this tractor and sort of see how it does. I don't know. So I'm gonna try to sort of do what I can, see if I can't sort of loosen some more of this stuff up. Maybe the disc will go in better. This one spot over here where the hayfield started, and well, I guess it's just where the fence row was, right? The disc really does not want to bite in there. So I'm gonna just try to rip this up with this 3-section drag and see what happens. Maybe I need to take this thing apart and make like a 3-point cultivator of some sorts out of it. I don't know, but let's see how it does. Hopefully I won't lose my camera this time. So well, I've been pulling this thing in all kinds of gears to sort of see how it does. So 2nd gear high range, I tried that first, and it did good till I hit some soft stuff. Then I went to 1st gear high range, full throttle. It seemed to do good there, but I really wanted more speed. And then I got a little thinking about things. So this is the directions I've been going with the disc and this drag, and this is my thinking again. Maybe I'm way out there in left field somewhere, but that's the same rows. So I started trying to, I don't know, zigzag it, right? That way if there's any hills that I've missed, I can start trying to just knock them down. Well, I think I got a little bit too much stuff in there. So I think part of the problem with this or with the disc is just too much grass in that fence row, and that's sort of what I think most of my problem is. But you know, I got to play with it, right? So I think I put a little too much behind it, and there's a tractor. So once it started slowing down, of course, dropped the next gear, of course, started slowing down again. What's the next thing you do? You drop it in a low range 4th gear, and she's trying, but I got too much behind it. So obviously, I mean, the tractor's not stuck, so I'm gonna just back it up and So I'm hoping that this grass, I mean, you can see in some of the video where I went and pulled it out and just sort of threw it over in the other fence row. I'm hoping that the rest of it sort of dies, and then I'll come back out here and redisc this again. I don't know, maybe a couple days or something. Well, my battery died last night. Didn't realize it. So, well, with this drag, yeah, it does good. I think it's, you know, sort of like a cultivator or whatever I tried before, but the problem that I'm seeing with it is it's sort of like a York rake. It just wants to grab all that grass instead of letting it just sort of work in. So I went and hooked up the disc to try to see if I could try to work something up, you know, after dragging that thing over. And I don't know, I just didn't feel like I was having a whole lot of success. So I came back out this morning and been out here sort of playing around trying to figure out something, because there's got to be some way to do this. I mean, yeah, I know a rototiller, you know, that'd just eat it all up, but I don't know if you guys have seen, but there's a lot of those big stones and they don't work real good with a tiller. So I come up with something that seems to help, and is it right? Probably not, but it seems to be working. So if you look straight out in front of the tractor there, that's where the fence row was, and there's still a little bit of grass in there, but not like it was. So let me show you what I've done, and then we'll go for a ride. So I went and put the rear gangs straight and just left the front gangs to where they're pitched. And my thought on this was, with the rear gangs pitched and the front gangs pitched, what I was doing is I was pushing dirt out and then I was pulling it right back in, so it wasn't really moving a lot of dirt. I mean, it was moving it, but it really wasn't doing a whole lot to it, was my thinking. Maybe I'm wrong, but so I started doing that, playing around with it, trying to figure out something, and I finally figured out how to make it work. So now I'm gonna try to hold the camera instead of tying it up, because if this thing falls off this time, I'm 100% sure that the GoPro will die. So by going in third gear high range and running her all out, it's really throwing that dirt way out there, and I think that's sort of what I'm wanting to do, is because that grass, you know, if you just move it over a little bit and then move it back, it's not really moving it anywhere, right? It's still there. And by running this at that higher speed and throwing that stuff out, I think it does a better job. Is it right? Probably not. Somebody at John Deere is probably just pitching a big old fit right now if they're watching this video, but I'm under the impression if it'll handle it, I'm gonna do it. So that's what I come to figure out works the best. Now that drag, I think I might, I don't know, see what I have at home, maybe end up rounding up some stuff here over next few months, and maybe we can make something out of that a little more useful. I got a crazy idea in my head as I was out here using it the other day. Like I say, it's working more like a landscape rake or a York rake, whatever you guys want to call that thing, or that type of implement. But so I'm gonna keep playing around here in the food plot, and you know, and that was sort of the other thing I was thinking about, is how much do I really need to do? I mean, the way it is probably perfectly fine, to be honest. I like playing on a tractor. I mean, everybody has their own thing. Some people would rather play video games or whatever, but this is what I like to do. Oh, and third gear high range over stuff like this. Yeah, you want to hold on. It'll bounce you around pretty good too. Just if you couldn't tell in the video, but all right, I'm gonna keep working on this here and try to fiddle around with it some more. I'm not gonna plan anything for a little while yet. I'm just trying to keep it worked up. That way the grass does not grow back, I'm hoping. I probably should have sprayed it first. I don't know. I'm just not a big one on spraying. You guys have a good one. Till next time.